Welcome back. So after the controversial video of Misplaced Spirit, this is going to be a part 2 for that, because lots of people had their say, especially on Facebook and whatever, and I think we've all come to conclusions and on how we work and what we expect from the spirit world. There was suggestion of the intelligence, maybe it's the intelligence of the spirit world, that they want to do this later on, and maybe it be picked up on social media later on. And it was very split. There was people like myself that said, I don't see that as intelligent, and other people said, well, I see it as intelligent, you're not right, I'm not right, and vice versa, all that kind of stuff. And so I think it sent a lot of us away to think about it and to go over it. And, you know, I stand by the video. It is very much part of my mediumship. And I think it comes down to the medium themselves, you know. I don't allow that kind of thing to go on in my demonstrations. It's just, for me, it doesn't show intelligence. But for some of you, it did show intelligence. So it's an agreement to disagree, you know. And I'm comfortable with that. And it certainly got food for thought and everything like that. So I think for those that don't like the idea, which is my way of thinking, I just don't like the idea, there are things we can implement to make sure it doesn't happen. And so for those that, you know, you like that to happen, this video is not going to be for you. But for the people that want to make a change and to stop that kind of thing happening in your mediumship, then the implications are what I'm about to suggest, and bring it into your mediumship, and that should work for you. So the first implement that I would bring forward is the mind, the mechanics. Like many people have said, Charlie's all about mechanics, and that's my style. I'm an evidential medium, and I want to prove evidentially that I have your loved one in the room with me at the demonstration at the time. So I need mechanics in my mind to do that, and so I don't allow that in my mediumship to. For it to be found later on. Now, I understand that it can be an intelligence in some people's opinions, not in my own. My opinion is that I work with a team of people, and as part of that team, like everyone's decision it has value, including mine within that team. And I don't like to hold a demonstration of 300-400 people, and those 300 or 400 people can only see me. They can't see the team. They can only see me. So I'm the voice or the spokesperson for that. And I charge them £15-20 a ticket to this event for the communication not to take place. I've got 300 or 400 people within that room, and, you know, my communication, I want it to be that one of these people in this room can have the communication. And it may show intelligence later on, but at the time it doesn't look intelligent, and I'm the fall guy in said scenario. So I don't allow it in my mediumship. And because I'm part of that team and what we're doing as a team, I don't think that makes me look evidential. So I don't accept it. Therefore, it doesn't happen in my mediumship. If you are someone that is willing to do that, then that is your setup of your mind, and that, of course, will be presented within your mediumship. However, it's one of those things I don't want there. I want to do my job on the evening and have it placed and have the communication take place there and then while everyone's present. You can see why I need to do that. You know, it's just, that's my way of thinking. Also, if there is a form of intelligence there, it would make sense to tell me that we're doing this as an experiment, because you're part of the team, Charlie. We're gonna set one up so it's found later on. That would be nice to have the heads up, not make me look like an idiot or fall flat on my face in front of a said audience. Without informing me first, being as I'm part of that team. That makes sense to me. So if I was going to run the experiment like that, then I would like to be informed of that, because I'm part of that equation. And then the last kind of point really to implement, to make sure if you don't want this happening in your mediumship, is that there is only ever one person, and I say it over so many videos, there is only ever one person that knows all the answers that you're trying to get, and that is that of the communicator. They know, because they're the ones that are coming forward to speak to their loved one. Now, it would make sense if the person isn't being placed, so I have a man here and all his details, and he isn't being placed, then it would make sense to me just to ask the question, is your person here? Are they actually in the room? Is this gonna be successful? Or is this looking like I need to hand this out at a later point on social media or wherever for them to pick this up later on? Because they know the answer. And because I don't allow that in my mediumship, it's a question I don't need to ask. However, if you are someone that is going to allow that in your mediumship, then that is the sensible way to go about it. Ask them the question. They will inform you. They won't lie to you. Their spirit, they can't lie to you. They will give you the information. Therefore, knowing exactly what you're going into, there is this no knowledge about it. I don't know if it's here or if it's to be found later on. No, but everyone's part of the same experiment or equation, and that will tidy this up. I think that's something that will benefit both parts, for the people that are in agreement and in disagreement, and that way, if you are wanting to explore it down that way as intelligence, then that will work for you also. I don't want it to go that way because of the rooms that I feel week in, week out. Not egotistically, well, it's got to be to an extent, but I don't want to be looking like that in front of a large audience and not getting placements. So I would rather keep it out of my mediumship. But I've heard all your arguments, and I've read all the comments, and where I could find the time to answer the comments, I most definitely did. So I didn't run off, and I didn't attack anyone on a personal level. I was attacked on a personal level at one point, but I get it. I offended, but that wasn't my intention to offend anyone. So my apologies if you were offended. The video was solely on the misplacement of a spirit communication. A lot of the comments were taken out of context and spoken about amnesia, psychic amnesia. That wasn't the context of the video. The video was literally getting a communication, then posting it online later on for someone else to find it. And there is a way around that, which I've just discussed here on this video. So I hope it helps. I hope it doesn't create as much controversy as it did last time. It should clear it up. The one person that does know, the communicator, just ask them. Are they in this demonstration, or am I to post it later on? We'll solve all of it. It will clear all the arguments up. It will show any form of intelligence. And if you are in communication, you will get your answer, because that's what communication is. So I hope you liked the video. Comment, of course. Subscribe if you aren't already. And I'll see you all in the next video.